Yeah, it's going now. So welcome everyone. This is Deck the Chairs October 5th workshop. And this is a half hour of Q&A, essentially. Everyone that's felt like they needed to be in a workshop has already done it. And some of the folks that haven't done a workshop, they can do it. So I'm just here to be available, answer questions. And I feel like Betsy, well, let's introduce ourselves. I will hold back announcing the entire title and all that, but I will say your name and then you finish. How about that? So it's name, what you do, and we'll move on to the next one. Brian.
Hey y'all, my name is Brian, obviously, and I guess former build manager for Deck the Chairs. So coming on as more of a support role this year.
He will be needed. He will be needed. Go ahead, Betsy.
Hey, I'm just with Exit Real Estate Gallery and just doing a follow-up to make sure we have everything lined up and ready to go.
Yep. Amy.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy Lorenz. I work at UNF. I oversee our learning communities there, and so we're getting ready to post up all the little mini chairs that our students designed. So we'll be doing our social media voting campaign again. So we don't know which chair we're building yet, but we will really soon. So
that's exciting, and I'm looking forward to seeing the mini little tiny chairs. Amy, how do you, just quickly, do you feel pretty good about them? Do you think some of the students got into it, hopefully?
Yeah, we have, I can't remember if it's 9 or 10 chairs, so more communities participated this year. Some of them, it's going to be interesting to see, like, do people know what the tiny chair design is, and will it scale up well to a big chair? But yeah, they're super fun. I think there's some really good options in there.
Thank you, Amy. John?
Hi, I'm John Erickson, and I'm Curtis's golfer, and I also help Kara and Miss Kathy with the concessions. I just help out wherever I can. So,
yeah, John was the workforce when it came to weekends, programming out in the park, and making sure he was there and available just about for everything and anything and everything. So thank you, John.
You betcha.
Shannon?
Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the real estate broker for Anchor Realty Jacks, and I am actually a little behind, so I'm hoping to get caught up. My husband's business is also a sponsor, and he's been supposed to help me, but he's been a little overwhelmed lately. So anyway, we're gonna get it figured out though.
Oh yeah, you will. You will.
Yeah.
A Zimmer, who's that?
Me, Alex Zimmer. Hey, everyone. Yeah, I actually just moved to Jax, but I'm a project manager for a PBM called Med1. But I've helped volunteered occasionally, so this year I'm definitely
he's a damn good whistle copter maker.
I'm known for, evidently.
Yeah. In the dark, thousands of kids waiting on a whistle copter. The guy can pull one off in like 3 seconds now. Out of the bag, put together. Here you go, kid. That was world record. All right, and then I see Jackie. Jackie, you're muted. There you go.
Hi, yeah, sorry, I'm driving.
All right.
So I work for Future Home Loans. I'm the events and marketing coordinator. So and this is our first year doing it. So I just want to make sure that I get the best advice possible for the chair decorating.
Jackie has already the prize for making all the meetings. So congratulations, Jackie. If there's an award, we'll figure it out. And then I see Darren. Go ahead, Darren. You're muted right now. You can speak.
I wonder if he had that audio issue last time.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Darren, but I'll announce who you are, Darren. I know you're there. Darren Hufty is world-class light programming / installation, residential specifically. He built back in 2015, I think it was, created a display for his home that was recognized by DC's America Light Show, whatever they call that holiday, Christmas light show competition. He owned the competition. He won it. National recognized for lighting and decorating, and
Wow.
He's helped us with 2016. I was able to engage him in the. Oh, there he is. Good. Can you
He's
talk?
blurry.
It's all
Can
right.
you hear me? Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
So brag on yourself
Yep,
real quick.
we
'cause
got
I
you.
do a poor job.
I'm trying to get my camera to focus in on me, but it doesn't want to. So anyway, I was on the Great Christmas Light Side in 2014. I've programmed the whimsical tree that's in the display, as well as the Beaches Go Green octopus the last couple of years. So, and I'm working on some stuff for Curtis, which you'll be getting an email before this call is over with, on the Seasong options that we're adding in this year.
Songs, just for folks that don't know anything about it, and I know there's what, a dozen of us, maybe 10, and most everyone does know it. It's a new fabrication light show that spans about 150 feet total. There's two, call them musical sea creatures that are gonna, look at that. Who's showing up? Who is
Say
it?
hi,
Brian?
Curtis. That's Brookie.
Hey, Brookie.
Hey, buddy.
So the musical sea creatures surround the tree, and our sponsors now have, I believe, a really wonderful way to integrate it into the event, into the park space, into better integrated into the light show, because the design of these, there were 10 chairs, 5 chairs each side around, sort of surrounding the tree, and within that, these large musical instruments, or the metal pieces that look like musical instruments, are essentially sponsored by a business. And together, though, these things are integrated into music and sound and lights. And I just think it's going to be a killer show. And it'll look a lot more professional and a lot more like we know what we're doing. Sort of like what happened with Beaches Go Green when we had Anne-Marie start talking to us, challenging us, and we were looking at ways to, you know, build a space out that looked interactive, and it was interactive, it was engaging, it was coordinated. So the idea is, after 2016 and no advances with this light show whatsoever, I challenged the board, let's build a new light show, let's advance it. The board agreed. And so we've been raising money and we've been working on it. And I've seen the metal fabrication. I've seen the guitar pieces. I've seen the fish head, the front of it. I've seen the horns now, and we are going to have something killer out there in that space. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm excited. And then, of course, we got 24 chairs, which while we're having this meeting, that are the small businesses and nonprofits and organizations that are sponsoring the Latham exhibit. And I think of the Latham exhibit, the 24 chairs that we have, 12, half of them I think are new sponsors. So new people, new chair designs, and even some of the folks that are coming back last year are bringing back brand new ideas. So the park will look radically different. Same layout, radically different. Not the same show, not the same lights, not the same look. It'll be Deck the Chairs, but it'll be brand new all over again. So we're super excited about that. So let's get to some questions with the folks that need to have answers. And we'll do that as fast as possible and make sure we're as thorough as possible. And then we're going to have an installation meeting right after just a couple sponsors. So Shannon, let's start with you. You need help building, correct? Or design and build. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So we'll just do this as a quick run through. Do you have any ideas at all right now of what you
Yes.
want to do?
I do. I mean, we have a few ideas, more so Eric does. Yes.
Where are you
There's
at? What's the idea? Can you throw one at me or two?
So our ideas were, he wanted something interactive with, I think, with an anchor, and then on the other side, maybe like type of a fishing line. And then I wanted to have, just because I feel like lately, and I know it's not very creative, but I feel like a lot of pictures get taken with those, something
Cutouts?
lighted up. Yes.
Cutouts.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the idea.
So I love it. I think you can get away with some ideas that are like sea captains or, you know, or even sea creatures like we're doing with the like new light shows. Maybe it's cutouts that are crabs and, you know, like mermaids or something.
That's what I was thinking, you know, something that kind of goes around an anchor, you know,
Yeah.
the anchor can really be involved in all of that. So
How about like a mermaid or merman, like
Yeah.
kind of hanging onto an anchor, and you got Santa sitting on the chair
Mhm.
fishing or pulling up an anchor or something.
that
I
was,
guess that really wouldn't
yes.
make sense if it was an anchor pulling
Yeah.
up.
Yep,
But-
that would be perfect. That was exactly kind of like the ideas that we had been discussing.
It took us what, 5 minutes? We're already there. So then after the
Yeah.
drawing, we figure out how to get it built. How's that sound?
That's perfect. Thank you.
All right. So I will task myself, unless Brian wants to, but I don't want to put him into that spot because we're gonna have to figure out Bill. I will
He's
task
a designer.
myself with pulling together a couple elements and sharing with you before Friday.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I've been losing sleep over that.
Yeah, well, we'll get that part done. And then
Okay.
ask you real quick about budgets. Do you have any rough idea what you're willing to kind of put into materials and lights or anything? Are you going to want to keep this? You're going to come back? You think you're going to hate this and not come back? That's always.
I think I'll come back. I think I will. Yeah.
So
So
the
I mean,
idea-
what
Yeah,
is
the idea-
average to put into, you know, what is, give me a little idea.
You can spend and do something really cool for as little as like $300, and you can, and I know that's still a lot of money, but if you're building stuff with plywood and you're cutting things out and you're putting applications on it and lights on it, even if you're not charging or getting charged for labor, your materials will start to get to, you know, several $100s pretty quick, you know, with plywood.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So count on some, you know, some amount.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're
That's
willing
fine.
to go 300 to 500 on like material and lights, you're already there. And then depending on who's building or how it's getting constructed, someone's time is, you know, valuable.
Right.
And if they're not volunteer, you got to put that into it.
Right.
Certainly get something done for under $1,000. Really nice.
Okay. Then that's that. Yeah. I'm in on that.
Cool. So we'll go ahead and work up a design for you. I'll submit it in by Thursday, Friday, and then let's get you, provide some feedback, and we can then cost it out for you.
Cool. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. I understand. It gets crazy and people think they can get these things done, and sometimes you overthink it. But really you're on the right track. Cutouts are good. The kids love it.
Yeah.
It's great for picture taking. The biggest issue is what I've seen out there is you need good spotlights. You need lights that are, you know, illuminating those cutout pieces so that when kids stick their heads through, they're not in the dark, or it's not super weird blue rope light like that, you know, thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the light's
Yeah.
not too harsh. It's kind of, got to be a nice.
Yeah.
Like a soft white, or yeah, I think I understand.
Illuminate the space so that
Okay.
see the people in the cutout areas.
Okay. Thank you.
I think that's going to be fun.
Okay.
The sea marine elements are great. They fit us perfectly, and we'll be able to pull something together.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good. And Jackie, do you have any other questions as you've been moving through with your designs?
Yeah, so we were thinking something similar, obviously doing interacting, but how wise is it to have something out that could potentially either possibly get taken? Because I worry about that as well, like
Yeah.
people wandering around the park, like does that happen frequently? Like, do we have to have something, but should it be bolted to the chair so that
Can you
people
tell us
can't
what
like,
it is?
like say if we wanted to do like a blow up
They won't-
to add to sit in a chair or to
the
like
blow-ups won't get taken.
they won't?
No, we've had
Okay.
years of blow up elements out there, and they deflate during the daytime, so no one really ever sees them during the day. They're only used, again, during the night when the park is active. So
Mhm.
they really aren't anything special, or I've never seen anyone grab a blow up. So don't worry about the blow ups. And here I'm going to say it and get myself into trouble, but I've never seen a blow up. And we've had lots of blow ups out there.
Yeah, as long as they're usually like zip tied down, or no one really bothers them.
And especially if you put it at the top of the chair, we don't really, in fact, you're not supposed to climb on the chairs. We put signs out there, no climbing on the chairs, no, touching if, that's important. Now, if you got an interactive display and you want people to clang a bell, then they're going to touch. But other than that, no one's supposed to climb chairs. So if you got your Santa or something at the top of the chair, it'll be safe.
Okay.
Okay.
And then as far as like interactive elements, like, I don't know, say like if we wanted to do like some type of ring toss or game that's like
Yep.
to get people to interact with the chair, do you have any recommendations for that?
I do. You just said one. Tosses are kind of fun. I think it was Atlantic Beach Country Club had the most prolific sea turtle toss in the history of Deck the Chairs. I mean, it was just nonstop with people it was built like one of those regular ball tosses where you have the ramp and you throw the thing, and it's the higher score is the top of the ramp, and then the
Like
low.
skee ball almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and they built a little ramp and these pictures are up on the Instagram account. I posted a bunch of stuff up recently. So if you go to deck_the_chairs and you see that account, and what the last like month and a half is just filled with pictures from previous chair decorators. And one of the ones I put up was the Atlantic Beach Country Club. So you can see how they built it. Worked really well. It wasn't too hard to construct. The other one that I think works really well, that's not a cutout. Cutouts are great. But ring toss might work. I tried to do a ring toss, not a ring toss, but the little ring game where you swing something out and it catches on a hook. You ever seen that? Like,
yes.
yeah, it's like, and I did one with a wreath, but the wreath and the design was way too cumbersome. But it was kind of a neat idea where you swing the wreath out and try to catch it on a hook that's, away from where the person stands. Little games for children are great. You just got to know that they can get, I'm looking at UNF right now and going, dang, they put this basketball hoop out there. And it turned out that was one of the most popular last year. They were shooting basket the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was phenomenal. So Nerf little hoops or Nerf balls, and they will disappear. Those things will disappear. You have to stock up. You have to put them somewhere where you can maybe store them and then go back out and let 2 or 3 out for that night. Weekends are most important. If you really want to kind of hold and not just lose thousands of balls, just put them out on the evenings when we're busy, and be willing to lose a few.
Yeah, it's kind of what with like the turtles and stuff. Yeah, they kind of
They
dwindle
went
by.
through
Then they bring some more turtles back, and then they dwindle
They
down.
went through hundreds
brings
of turtles, little plastic turtles.
yeah.
But the cool part about that was, if you guys are into logo like promotional items, then you can always kill it with like this little plastic thing that the kids take home, and mom and dad have that little plastic thing, and they're like, oh, that's Exit Realty, or that's Future Home Loans. It's like an easy way to promote yourself beyond the event if you're interested in that. So go online and look at games and outdoor games and think about it. Like tetherball is another one, that's kind of fun. And if you have a little, thing that's set up and a little ball, and the kids can kind of, play tetherball out in the park. It's not going to harm anyone. Might be fun, might get broken, might get lost. But those are ideas.
Right. Okay.
All right. Questions, Jackie?
I feel like I'm gonna have more, but I just don't know yet. So you did say that we extended the build week
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do, I talked to the folks with the Supergirl Surf Pro, and they're coming in on Friday before we set up, and they're staying through Sunday. And actually, they're probably clearing the park. The final clear doesn't happen till Monday. So really, we're not taking the park on until Tuesday, like the 16th. And which means I really want most of my sponsors to show up on the 17th, the decorators, and work through the 24th. You can work all the way through the 24th, which is Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, okay? We'll open the park like at 4 in the afternoon, 4:30 in the afternoon. So you still have that Wednesday morning, but what's most important is you have a full weekend to work. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday is going to be a blessing as opposed to just part of Saturday and you're done. So that's really the goal, is to give you a full weekend to work. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Hold on, I'm sorry, I was catching up to that. So we're not, I'm guessing I missed something. So we're not, the opening night's not November 20th?
No. We're
Okay,
Park on the 24th. We've tried to announce and share now with just about everyone.
okay,
But yeah, we have an event that's happening ahead of Deck the Chairs, and they're not clearing the park until Monday. Where
got it.
I could come in almost on a Sunday and start working the park and getting the stage ready and prepping, and then sponsors could drop off stuff on Sunday, and we'd have maybe chairs out by Monday, and you could start decorating on Monday,
Yep.
but we lost all that with this event. So the board, we discussed it, and it just made sense to gain that weekend, which is the 20th, like let's use the 20th and 21st and 22nd, 23rd as build dates. And so that's what we're doing. We're not going to try to open on the 20th and squeeze everyone in to try to get this thing rushed and built. And it's going to be a mess. You don't want unhappy people decorating. And if you don't have that weekend to decorate, I think that's going to bum out a lot of people.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Okay. Anything else? Decorators. Yes, John.
And this year, how many more chairs are we going to have?
The really essentially 5 more chairs.
Okay.
5
And
chairs total.
the reason I'm asking, Curtis, is remember the problem we had with the electricity?
Yeah, we won't have that. So the electricity, John, is usually tied to that concession tent. And depending on how people abuse the decorating and the lights that they've got on their chairs. So it's not the number of chairs, John, because we're going to be fine there. The where we added them is in the pavilion side anyways. There's not really additional chairs. There's 2 more in Latham, but there's 3 more in the pavilion. So the weight of it is mostly the pavilion, and they should handle it. Now we'll know after this event if there's electrical problems again.
Well, because you know how we would always walk around the perimeter and I'll hit the reset on different chairs.
Yep.
But the concession was a problem, but there was chairs too that were crapping out. But
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I think a lot of that is not necessarily on a lack of power. It's more on some of the chairs on that circuit not being correctly installed, I guess, or wired.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do our best. We're going to run up against those problems, I'm sure, again. Anything else? Ashley, how you doing? You joined us?
I'm good. Sorry, I jumped on late. I didn't realize that the time had changed.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. But you're not late. So Ashley's with Pace. You want to announce kind of how this relationship worked out?
Sure. So I work with Pace Center for Girls, and Jacksonville Mom asked us to come alongside them, and since they already work with you all, and we will be decorating the chair with them. So I'm working working on a design to do that. And I'm really excited, and we're all excited to get it in there. And I do need to ask, where am I supposed to submit the design to? I know you said to go ahead and submit it. Do I submit it to
Info
you?
at info@deckthechairs.org. You can just
Okay,
digital.
I'll get that over to you tonight.
Oh, awesome.
Curtis, when's the due date for that?
Your designs?
Yes.
Today. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I try to put deadlines on these things so that there's enough time for me to evaluate and help people through any challenges, any problems. I mean, the event's the 24th, right? So I've seen people that don't submit a darn thing, but they tell me they're good craftsmen and they show me their ideas. And then I trust them on that. And that's worked out really well. I've seen people fully get a design going and drawings and all that and submit, and then they fall apart, right there at the event site. It's like they don't know how to really build it. They don't know why they're overwhelmed. So it's really just a way to confirm that you're doing the work. You're not going to get overwhelmed when we get out into space. I can help you with some of the fabrication questions and some of the material questions. And so we set October 5th because that's just in line with meetings and stuff. And we have one more. I think our next final is 2 Tuesdays from now. Not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday will be the final workshop.
Okay.
So if you're struggling or you can't submit something between now and Friday or next week, just know we're here to help you. If it doesn't happen, you're not going to get super scolded. We're just trying our best to make sure you don't get frustrated out in the park. This thing is really, it's amazing. Once you're there building and you have that window of time to actually construct, that's when it all gets worked out anyways. Unless you've built everything and brought it there. And some people do that. They build and then deliver and set it all up, which is pretty cool.
Curtis, can I put a quick plug in
Yes.
about voting for our designs?
Go for it.
Okay, so the quick version for you all is I oversee a bunch of our learning communities, so students, mostly freshmen at UNF, and so each of these learning communities gets the chance to design a mini chair. So we did this last year, if you're familiar. And so I will be taking pictures and then sending them along to Curtis's team to be posted on social media. And so I would love it if you can help spread the word as that information gets posted, because we end up picking the chair that gets the most votes. We've got a little bit of insider ability to kind of, if we look at stuff and go, oh, they're really close, and that one's going to maybe be the one that's easier to design. But for you all, just trying to spread the word. It's super fun for the students to see us as a community get involved too. And we usually run it for about a week. And then once that week is up, like, we're ready, that's the chosen chair. And then the students help build with us too, which is fun.
And last year, again, between UNF housing and then UNF alum, they got super lucky and had DPR, or is it DPL? DPR, construction, jump in and build probably the most elaborate chair display we've ever had at Deck the Chairs. And so the kids, their concept was realized and built by some guys that were really super talented. And I thought the whole thing worked out really, really well, because sometimes the idea can be great, but how do you build the darn thing? Who's going to build it? What's it made of? All that other stuff. So it's fun to have ideas, see them be shared, see someone commit see it voted on. And then the team has to go, now let's get it built. Let's figure this thing out and put it in the park. Kind of fun. We did a treehouse that way once. And the kids at Neptune Beach Elementary School won a tiny chair design contest. And it was a freaking treehouse. And remember that, Brian? Were you there?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was the scariest build project, I think, at the time. I'm like, how are we going to make a tree house? I mean, it looks beautiful, little scaled down at 9 inches by whatever, but big out in the park, functioning tree house. And it worked. We can do it. Okay, so let's see. I'm just counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. So we have 12 nonprofits out in the park. That's pretty cool. I'm really stoked about that. It's not often you get to see nonprofits sitting beside each other and saying, "Woo, let's reach out and do community together," kind of protected people. So anything else before I move to the installation discussion with some of my team members? Anyone else have a question related to building, decorating, lights? Anything scaring you right now?
Do you have any recommended like local people that create like wooden cutouts? If you wanted to like have like an interactive thing set up for people to put like their face in?
Yes. So I'm gonna give you some hints on that. If you get something that you won't get in trouble with because it's either royalty free or someone from an ownership standpoint won't get pissed off, like a Santa or some kind of shape or some kind of design, and you pulled it off of Google, because you researched and said, oh, there's something, or you do buy a pattern or a template or something that is available. If you can get that done, then we can digitize, or it's already digital, but we can get that scaled up for you if it's a decent resolution, and hand that over to we have 2 different vendors, and either of them can, what's called a router. They can cut the thing out of material like wood and stuff, and that shape can be cut, and then an application of vinyl gets applied to it, the graphic. And so if it's a decent graphic and if it's a simple shape, we have the resources, and it doesn't have to be a big lift. We just can't do a lot of that for people. It's not like, because we're building our own stuff as well. But if you have something that you like and you found it on the internet and it's available, and we're not going to get into trouble by using it, stock images, royalty free stuff, or stock that you buy for $20, get it off of Shutterstock is one. Who else is out there right now, Brian? What? Canva? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Shutterstock's the biggest. One
Yeah,
of the
but
biggest,
you go ahead
Amazon or Adobe Stock, and
yeah. So you do your searches and you put your keywords in, and you go, oh, that's perfect. We want that. And then you get it a decent resolution, something that allows us to output it at a clean size. Clean image, scaled right. Then we can work with a vendor, get it cut out, and have it, available. You'd still have to brace it. You still have to figure out a way to set it up in the park. But we can help you with that as you get closer and you say, here's what we want. Can you, get it done for us? Does that help, Jackie?
Oh, that's all. Yeah, it does. We would pay for it. I just don't know where to go.
Right.
To get it made.
We can help you with those resources, but give that process at least 10 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't wait to the end of October and go, oh, can you get this done? Try to figure that thing out and have it ready in the next, I'm thinking week, so that we have a good 10 days to, get it manufactured.
Okay, yeah, we should have everything finalized this Thursday, so.
But yeah, have you tried to use Shutterstocks or any of those image banks, image graphic companies, graphic services?
Yeah, so we have Canva with our company. We have that account, but I haven't used Shutterstock. We've used Big Heads before.
Okay.
Those big cutout company, but they don't
have
do a lot of
I have a
water.
Shutterstock account. I have a Shutterstock account. So if you do your search and see something on Shutterstock, let me know.
I can tell you what it is. It's just that we just wanted to do an astronaut.
Okay.
So it could be simple as cartoony or however, just.
All right. I'll look for it if you'd like.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? Nothing else?
No.
Going once, going twice. The sponsors, you're welcome to leave, and then I'm just going to chat a little bit with the install guys. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate you showing up. Bye-bye. Okay, so running a little behind. Thank you, Darren, for showing up. Whew. I sent the document out, and I know it's still a lot of stuff, and there's few of us looking at it, but at least it's in other people's hands. And so Darren left. I guess he's not going to worry about any more install. But John and Brian and Alex, right? Betsy's still here, but you guys got any questions on what you're seeing right now? Hey, John, have you looked at the document?
What document?
It was a PDF file that you would have gotten.
Oh, no, I sure didn't. I sure did.
What's your email, John?
It's John Eric, and then the number 711 @gmail.com.
I'm going to do this again tonight. Okay. I'll send it to you tonight.
Okay.
Really the big things, guys, is just right now what this new piece is going to look like, and whether or not Darren, when he's finished with all his costing and light installation stuff and how we're going to use controllers, that bucket's still kind of wide open. I just don't know. And I put a schedule together. Brian, did you see? I don't see Jerry on the call tonight, but do you see the schedule? Does that make sense? This thing right here?
Are you looking at the same page I am? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on page number 4.
4, yeah.
So what I did is I went back and I looked at Monday as a throwaway day. I'll be out there, but that park will still have the Super Pro Girl whatever thing in there.
Is that the day they're cleaning all their stuff out?
They're going to start Sunday night.
Sunday, yeah.
Not going to get, all their stuff out. And then Monday, I saw their setup. They were supposed to send me the exhibit, all the tents are, or where the proposed tents are, where all this stuff. They're using the entire park, they're using parking lots, they're using everything. And so I won't have anything to do in the park really until Tuesday. And then Tuesday is like just dropping stuff. I don't even think I'm going to be able to do much in the park Tuesday. So what I'm trying to do there is what I told you guys last time, and that's use Wednesday for Octopus Garden primarily. Okay. And then, I've got them actually still on Tuesday. I've got Tuesday and Wednesday, but I think it's mostly Wednesday Octopus Garden. And that, hopefully she can do as much as possible with the heavy equipment, the law bucket lift.
Yeah, they usually knock the stuff out in like a day.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for that. And what that means is we have Wednesday through Sunday with the equipment. And then hopefully Monday, Tuesday might be the city if they still need us for the rest of the lights, which I didn't put the light diagram in this and I needed to. I forgot. I remind myself now, but the city is taking on the palm trees and I did send them the light diagram. So I need to add that to this document.
Are you talking the light diagram as far as all the trees?
All the palm trees. Yep.
Yeah.
And I am asking them for like a lot more trees than last year. Not a lot, but I think a total of 32 trees.
More trees and better lights.
So I gave them a commercial LED light source that they can go to. I priced everything for them. I think the way I put this, Brian, is they're going to, they're 26-foot strands that I'm telling them to put 5 strands per tree, which gets to over 150 feet, like it's 100 something feet.
I think we used
50, it was 100 feet.
100 feet. Yeah, we used 2 50-foot strands.
But it didn't cover the tree. We still have So my thought was about 130 feet. It's like 5 26-foot strands put together.
Okay.
They're going to do 32 trees out there. So that's covered. He's making the purchase, and I'm going to give them 2 days to do that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking is Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
Cool.
Are those 4-inch light spacing?
Good question.
I'm just wondering as far as the amount of lights and
You can
stuff
do
that are gonna be on it.
you can put a lot of those together.
I know, but I'm just wondering. I was just curious, so we can kind of calculate our energy for these lights being tied, and just try and calculate as far as how much power we're going to be using.
That's a good point.
So
I can send you okay, so I've got that document. I'm going to add it to this and submit this back to you guys.
Okay.
The only big thing again that I'm just a little nervous about is our Crystal Clean and the insurance. And I got to square that still with those guys on that law. But I'll be talking to Sam and his team, and I'm hoping to get Scott out there doing a lot of this work for several days and just hire him. Just say, look, you got to install anyway. So be out there, make sure you help us with the tree and make sure you help us with, the new sea monster. So if Scott can help us, I think we got him out there for 2 days is my thinking. Tree and install on the big light show. And then I guess I'm going to have to call Darren. I was thinking he would stick around so I could chat a little bit about what he's sending me, but he's going to send me the costs on the light package, and then we're going to have to call him back. So I'm going to forward that to you as well, just so you can see it. Okay.
all right.
Let's see if he sent it to me. Hold on one second. Oh, when you're recording, I'm going to stop recording. All right.